Happy Monday, everybody! I actually had a really good sales weekend. Not because of the work I put in again. My work is still subpar, but for whatever reason, had a great sales weekend, so I'm not complaining. I hope y'all had one too. We're gonna go over the days March 24th, 5th, and 6th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm gonna share everything that sold on those days. You're gonna package things up with me. We're gonna get some shipping done. Hopefully you have me on in the background or something, getting your shipping or your work done. And yeah, I'm gonna share what everything sold for and how much I made from everything. So let's start with Friday. Friday I had $402.98 in sales with a profit of $184.83. So I had two sales that I've already shipped out. So the first is a pair of a J brand Johnny Jean white jeans, mid-rise boyfriend fit. I got these from the RealReal for $14.12. These were ones I had purchased like a different pair of jeans and they sent me these, and I just didn't want to go through the rigmarole of like returning them, so I just went ahead and listed them. My cost of goods was $14.12. I had them listed for $50. Someone purchased them or sent me an offer for $30 plus $7.99 shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $7.92, and it took 330 days for them to sell. So that took a while. That was an eBay sale. So I was glad to see those jeans go and sell. Another thing I was happy to see sell was this Brandy Melville Caroline cardigan. I actually purchased this for Crossroads, but they didn't accept it. They accept a lot of Brandy Melville stuff, but I think slouchy cardigans like this, they consistently pass on, so I'm probably going to stop taking them that. I spent 86 cents on this cardigan, had it listed for $28, and someone accepted my 30% off offer to Liker for $19, which gave me a gross profit of $12.32, and it sold after 179 days. So that's pretty good for Brandy Melville. It took a little time to sell, but $19 isn't too bad. $12 gross profit isn't too bad, and again, gross profit means my profit after my cost of goods, my platform fees, and my shipping costs. Net profit would include all of my costs. So it would include my rent, it would include my software that I use, etc. So from an accounting standpoint, that's the difference between gross and net profit. So those are the two sales that I already shipped out on Friday. Now, let's go over my sales that I haven't shipped out, that I gotta ship out today. So the first were two pairs of Vitality or Balance Athletica leggings. These were in a recent thrift with me that I'll link up on the screen in case you missed it. And it was a really good thrift with me. Spent over $300 at one Goodwill. And this was like the first thing that I found. I've never sold this brand before. It used to be called Balance Athletica. Now it's called Vitality. These I think were an older pair because they say Balance on them. But boy howdy, these sold immediately on Mercari. So now I know if I ever find this again to get it listed on Mercari ASAP, because I had them listed on Poshmark and eBay as well, and I actually did receive an offer on Poshmark, but it was pretty low. This pair was in excellent condition. I had it listed for $55, it was a size large, and it sold full price for $55, which was great because I spent $9.99 on both of these, and on each one, I should say. And so my gross profit after shipping and everything, because I do free shipping on Mercari, was $33.18, which is great. And it took 2 days to sell. It took 2 days to sell on Poshmark, but I'm pretty sure it took 1 day to sell on Mercari because I usually have a day lag between cross listing. So that was a really, really good sale. Very happy about that. And wait, I want to make sure, since there are two of the exact same. Okay, I was just triple checking that those are size large because these are the exact same leggings, different sizes and different conditions. So this one sold full price for $55, which was great, size large. Actually, could fit in here. No, I'll just put it in this one. And then I sold another, and it was a size extra large, and it had a little bit of pilling that I disclosed. And so someone on Mercari, someone on Mercari sent me an offer for 38 because I had these listed because of the flaw for 45 instead of 55. And so I thought that was a reasonable offer and I accepted. And these again were a size extra large. So, and it sold the same day. So I think it was the next day. And that gave me a gross profit of $17.48. So that was great, such a quick flip. I'll definitely be on the lookout for this brand in the future. It's Vitality or Balance Athletica. I actually do have 2 other pairs of leggings that I picked up at the same time by this brand, and they're a printed legging, and they haven't sold yet. So that maybe tells me, of course, typically black leggings are going to sell the best because that's what people wear most often, including myself. So those sold super fast, both on Mercari, which I thought was funny. And then I had an eBay sale. I had a pair of shoes. They were these Matisse Brooklyn suede stud booty. I got these through liquidation a long time ago. So I had them listed for $50 when I received an offer for $28 plus $9.99 shipping. I went ahead and accepted it, and I actually am shipping it out in this medium flat rate box, which is a great, perfect box for shoes that are heavy, that are over a pound, of course. This is a flat rate of $14. When I was shipping strictly just priority mail, it came out to $17 or $18. So had a few dollars of savings there because I only charged $9.99 for shipping. So after fees and shipping and all of that, my gross profit was $9.86, but it took 946 days for these to sell. So very happy that they did sell. And yeah, that was my one eBay sale. I guess I had another one that I already shipped, but my one eBay sale that I needed to get shipped out today. And then I had 2 Poshmark sales that I needed to get shipped out today. Okay, this was actually something I think that was returned. And I probably could have got more for it, but I'm not losing sleep over the fact that I'm making money from it fairly quickly. This is a Michelle Maison dress. I hope I pronounced that right. Really gorgeous. I got this through liquidation for $39.15. This is definitely a Bolo brand if you ever come across it. And I had it listed for $380, and then I kept going back and forth with this buyer and sold it for $175, which is, you know, I wanted to kind of cap it at 50% off at $190, but when she offered $175, it's like, okay, $15, I'll go ahead and accept it. So that gave me a gross profit of $98.83, which is great. And it took 186 days to sell the second time. I think I had sold it on eBay and it was just returned for fit reasons. So I personally like selling higher priced items on Poshmark a whole lot more, just because they can't be returned for fit reasons. And I today just had a $300 sale over on eBay, have a return opened up for fit reasons, so that's a bummer. But so I am sometimes just willing to take a little less on Poshmark because I don't have to deal with returns. Okay, and then one more sale over on Poshmark, and this is one maybe I could have made more again, but I was just really kind of ready to move these, I guess. I don't know, I was just accepting offers like I have been recently. So these are Arc'teryx pants that I got at Crossroads. I think I was expecting for them to sell faster, especially since I spent so much on them. And my cost of goods on these was $24.74. I had them listed for $78, and I probably actually could have sold them for more. I think I had an offer for like $45 when I first listed them, which I should have accepted. But I've had them for 36 days. And so having spent so much money on them, I just kind of wanted to recoup my investment, make a little bit of money, and move on. I probably wouldn't spend that much on Arc'teryx pants again, especially this is a slightly older style. But sold them for $40, and that gave me a gross profit of $5.24. So yeah, the jackets and so forth can sell for more. But a $40 offer on a $78 listing price isn't absurd, so I just went ahead and accepted it. Okay. So that was everything for Friday. Now moving on to Saturday. So my total sales for Saturday were $492.98, and with a gross profit of $272.99. So that is good, going up, up, up. And then Sunday was my best day. So let's start with eBay. Let me grab my sales. I had two very similar sales on eBay. They were both men's jeans, and there are two separate buyers, so happy with that. The first was a pair of Bonobos jeans, and I had these listed for $50. And I received an offer for $35 plus $7.99 shipping, which I accepted. So I will ship these with a padded flat rate mailer, which costs $8.30, so it's really close to my $7.99 shipping, just eating, 31 cents. But with shipping and fees and everything, my gross profit on these, because I got these at the bins for $1.08, was $24.25, and they took 94 days to sell. My next sale on eBay, I think I got the same day at the bins. I listed the next day after these. And so it's just weird how that happens, where sometimes two items that you listed 90 days ago sell at the same time. So let me get these wrapped up. Bonobos, one of my favorite men's brands to sell. Have you guys watched my men's Bolo brand video? I'll link it up on the screen. I did that recently, and I love selling all of those brands. Something I didn't mention in that video is that I do love selling men's jeans, and I love selling Bonobos, but I also love selling like premium denim brands like Adriana Goldschmied, J brand, and Paige, which is what my next sale on eBay was. So my next sale was a pair of Paige Federal men's jeans. Federal is the style name. Also, I think got these the same day for $1.08 at the bins. I had these listed for $60, and I send 30% out offers on eBay as well. And so these sold for $42 plus $7.99 shipping, which was great, and gave me a gross profit of $29.84. And yeah, sold after 93 days. So very happy with this sale as well. Just kind of me folding it a little bit. It's a little bit cleaner. Okay. Yeah, I really like picking up Paige men's jeans. Just any kind of men's premium denim, I enjoy selling it. it just sells really consistently. And this was a really good sale for $42. Okay, my padded flat rate now. You can get all of these padded flat rate box at USPS.com for free. And if you are selling on eBay, I would highly recommend it. Okay. And then I had a huge bundle sale. So I had a big old bundle sale of 7 items. Let me go over them and then I'm gonna package it up. I'm probably actually going to have to print out a new label for it because it's probably going to be over 5 pounds. And how I'm going to do that is go into order details, click on where it says new shipping label, and then it says need heavier weight label. And then after I package everything up, I will choose how much it weighs. So if it weighs, for instance, 6.5 pounds, you're going to have to pick the 7-pound label and then print it off, and that is just going to be an extra cost that I'm going to have to log in my shipping costs. So, okay, this was a really great bundle, like some really cute items. Whoever purchased this has good taste in my opinion. And just a bunch of jeans and sweaters, so it is going to be heavy. So everything in this bundle sold for $380. The listing price of everything was $713. So I think it's, you know, somewhere between 40 and 50% off. So that's good. I'm happy with a big bundle sale like this. I typically like it to be either 40% off or I'll do at most maybe 50% off. So I was really happy with this offer, and this is such a cute bundle. So excited for these items. The first was this new tag frame swing sweater. I actually own this sweater. I love it. It just is really easy to wear and it actually washes easily. So my listing price on this sweater was $150. In this bundle, it sold for $79.94, which gave me a gross profit of $55.62. I got this in liquidation for $7.20, and it took 880 days to sell. So I'm glad that it sold because it's so cute, and yeah, it took a while. I think I priced it a little high because I loved it. I tend to do that. That's one of the errors I make sometimes with listing, but I'm glad it sold and it's really, really cute. Okay, next were 2 pairs of denim that I got through online arbitrage. The first was a pair of mother jeans. They were the looker style. My cost of goods was $18.76. I had them listed for $120, and they sold within this bundle for $63.96, which gave me a gross profit of $31.27, and they sold after 249 days. Similarly, I listed these the same day, so like what I was saying earlier, just it's funny how it works out like that. These L'Agence Nicoline slim jeans. I also got these through online arbitrage for $13.26. I had them listed for $68, and they sold within this bundle for $36.24 and gave me a gross profit of $14.59. And again, sold them after 249 days. Next was a really cute new attack Free People Run To You cardigan. It's this long line chunky knit cardigan. It's heavy, so it's gonna weigh a bit, but that's okay. I got this through liquidation for $11.34. Had it listed for $168, and it sold within this bundle for $89.54 and gave me a gross profit of $59.15 and sold after 517 days. That was in that Free People pal that I've talked about a ton of times on this channel within almost every Ship With Me video. Next was another liquidation sweater, New Tag BB Dakota sweater that I got for $8.55. I had it listed for $40. It sold within this bundle for $21.32, which gave me a gross profit of $7.37, and it took 494 days to sell. Next was a pair of Goldie jeans. They were these Nico, I think that's how you pronounce it, high-rise jeans. I got for $14. Had it listed for $100. They sold for $53.30 in this bundle, which gave me a gross profit of $27.50, and they took 65 days to sell. And then last was this new without tags Free People neon lights sweater I got for $12. And I had it listed for $67. It sold within this bundle for $35.71, and that gave me a gross profit of $15.43, and it took 307 days to sell. Okay, I got to get all this wrapped up, and then I had one more sale on Saturday that we'll go over. Okay, so my last sale on Saturday was this Allie and AJ dress, new tag that I had received through liquidation, and I had this for quite a while. I actually think I had relisted it or changed the price, lowered the price on this one. So it was a new tag Allie and AJ Terrace dress. I think Allie and AJ might be an in-house Nordstrom brand. I'm not 100% sure. But I had this listed for $40 and received an offer for $20, which I just went ahead and accepted, which gave me a gross profit of $7.98, and it took 656 days to sell. So took a bit of time, and did have, I think, some flaws, and that's why. But there was quite a bit of interest in this. So it was new tag. It's a cute style, but okay, I'm gonna have to take that. Sometimes the adhesive on these priority mailers isn't great, and so I will have to tape it, and then I always just place the label over it as well to give it, even when the adhesive does seem to work, just to give it a little bit more tape essentially. Okay, now let's talk about Sunday, which was the big sales day for me. Oh, boom. Okay. Whew, a lot of shipping labels for Sunday. Sunday, I used my Posher VA software, which if you haven't heard me talk about yet, you haven't watched any of my Ship With Me videos because I talk about it a lot. I use Posher VA to send out offers to likers. Anytime someone likes something in my closet, they automatically receive a 30% off offer from my Posher VA. Don't have to think about it, it's just set to do that. And it generates a lot of sales that way. But another way that I use Posher VA to generate sales is by every Sunday sending out 40% off offers on everything in my closet. And so I did that this Sunday, and it was successful. I actually had quite a bit of sales, so I was really happy about that. My total sales for Sunday was $862, which gave me a gross profit of $485.89. So let's get shipping. So many things. Okay, so should I do? No, I think I'll do. I had a bunch of Poshmark sales, like I said. I didn't have any eBay sales on Sunday. But I did have 2 Mercari sales, so that was good. So let's just do Poshmark first. My first sale on Poshmark I actually sold at a loss. It was this Ronnie Kobo dress that I had paid up for, but then realized it had a stain on it. So I listed it with the stain, and I listed it low. Like this dress, if it didn't have a stain, I could have listed it for $100+. It had this stain, so I listed it, which I actually didn't see. It's pretty faint, but once you see it, you have to, of course, disclose it. I listed it for $40, and I received, I think, an offer for $21 before I even ran the sale, and went ahead and accepted it. So I had spent $20 on it, so I had a gross profit of negative $5.22. That happens sometimes, but I just really wanted to move this and recoup some of my investment, which is fine. So. And it took how many days? 67 days to sell, so that's not too bad. My next sale was really good. I definitely didn't lose money on it. This one finished. Okay. My next sale was this pair of Helmet Lang leather pants. I had these listed for $250 and someone accepted my 30% off offer that Posture VA sent out for $175. So that was great. And that gave me a gross profit of $131.98 and it sold after only 39 days. So a really good sale, really, really happy. When this sale came through, I was like, yay, did a little happy dance. So I want to make sure that these don't get damaged. So I'll probably ship them in a box and I'll put 2 layers of tissue paper. Grab a box. Over here, I just keep boxes of like extra packaging materials that I receive, you know, from Amazon or whatever, and then just use them. Filler paper, or sometimes, you know, those little inflated pouches. They come in handy. Might as well reuse them rather than throw them away. Okay. So next was a pair of Brooks Brothers New Tag pants. I got these in a recent bins video, which I can link up on the screen. So I was happy to see this sale. I think this was my first sale within the 40% off sale that I ran. And so I had these listed for $50 and they sold for $30. Which is great. I think I predicted that they'd sell for $35, so I wasn't far off from that prediction. And if they would have sold to a 30% off, you know, offer, I wouldn't have. But they sold in the 40% off sale, which is good. Okay, next was, oh, so I didn't tell you what I profited from those. So those Brooks Brothers sold for $30, got a gross profit of $20.71, and I sold after only 18 days. I think this pair of Levi's jeans was also in that video, if I can find them. And these actually, I think had been hemmed potentially. I don't know, I just made a note. These potentially may have been hemmed based off the measurements in the listing. And so I listed them for $30, and they're these premium 511 men's jeans. And so they sold for $18, which gave me a gross profit of $11.11. And they sold it after 20 days, so similar time frame to the Brooks Brothers pants. So happy about that. And then another pair of jeans. This I had also found at the bins. This is a really good bins find. It was a New Tag Universal Standard pair of jeans. Such a good find. I thought they would sell faster, but that's okay. I had them listed for $68 and they sold 40% off for $40. I got them at the bins for 95 cents. So that gave me a gross profit of $29.03, and they sold after 83 days. Universal Standard is a great Bolo brand. Usually sells really quickly for me. I mean, 83 days isn't bad, but this was a really good find. Okay, and then, oh yeah, this sale was interesting. This is a think I've sold one of these on a ship with me before. It is a Business and Pleasure Co. Holiday Beach Umbrella. I got this through liquidation. I would have never known about it otherwise. I had Tomas like package it up before they left. And so this sold for, I had it listed for $165, and I had a buyer who was interested and we kept going back and forth. I didn't want to go below $99, which is 40% off, but then I came down to $95, so $4 more off. That's not that bad. And because I had to pay more for shipping on this, I had to pay $18 in shipping because it weighs 9 pounds. So that gave me a gross profit of $40.33, and I sold after only 41 days. So if you do come across this beach umbrella by Business and Pleasure Company, pick it up. It does well, but it's kind of an odd find, and of course it's going out to Florida. I think my last one went to Florida too. Okay, next was a pair of Vince Camuto shoes. So I have to package these guys up. These I got through a shoe liquidation pallet, and it was my last pallet I ever had. I had all of those shoes. All of the shoes within that pallet cost $9.81. And so I had these listed for $58. They sold 40% off for $34, which gave me a gross profit of $15.37. And they took 208 days to sell. Perfect. Okay. Perfect fit. This is the Priority Mail shoebox. Okay, so next was a big bundle. I think it sold for exactly 50% off. So I grabbed everything. Some really great, actually I love everything in this. Some really great pieces in this bundle. Actually, a couple from a recent haul. So the first was this Brook linen waffle robe. I'm obsessed with this robe. I hope they love it too. I got this in the thrift with me that I mentioned earlier for $12.99. I listed it for $62, so they sold within this bundle 50% off for $31. And then next, this Vince Camuto top, which I got within liquidation. I had it listed for $20 and it sold for $10, which gave me a gross profit of 65 cents, which is fine. It sold after 99 days. The Brooklyn and sold after 5 days, which is great. Next is this Free People New Tag Wipeout Graphic Tee. It came in that same Free People palette that I talked about earlier for $11.34. Had it listed for $30, sold for $15 within this bundle, so that gave me a gross profit of 26 cents, which is fine because I had it for 508 days. Next was this New Attack Heartloom dress. That I also got within liquidation. Had it listed for $50, sold for $25, which gave me a gross profit of $13.59, and I had that for 899 days. And then last was this Anthropologie Nikasha dress, which was also from that thrift haul. Got this for $7.99. Obsessed with this dress. Had it listed for $88, sold for $44, and they gave me a gross profit of $26.80. That sold again after only 9 days. So I gotta get this packaged up. This should be under 5 pounds. I think I might be able, no, I gotta grab a box, so let me get it all packaged up. Okay, so next was a pair of new PJ Salvage Wild Heart sweatpant pajama pants. I got these through liquidation. I had them listed for $35 and they sold for 40% off for $21, and that gave me a gross profit of $8.78, and they sold after 172 days, so not too bad. The next sale was also a liquidation sale. This was a new tag Elodie, which is an in-house Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack brand. I had this listed for $15 and it sold for 40% off for $9. And that gave me a gross profit of negative $1.97, which happens in liquidation sometimes. This Elodie is not a brand that retails for a lot, so I was just happy to recoup some of my money with this sale. And it sold after 99 days. And then had a Bins Find sale. So next was a Bins Find. This Lane Bryant ribbed batwing sweater, which I got at the Bins for 90 cents. I had it listed for 28. I actually received an offer, I believe, for 17, which I accepted, which gave me a gross profit of $10.68, and it sold after 56 days. Lane Bryant is a brand I've been picking up more and more of recently. Tends to sell pretty consistently. Okay. Okay, next is, oh my gosh, I've had this for so long, but it's really cute, so I'm glad it sold. And like I said, I've been saying the past few weeks, swimsuits have been selling really well for me. So this new tag Trina Turk swimsuit, it was a one piece. Trina Turk swimwear can sell pretty well for me. This was a size 2. I think typically larger sizes are gonna sell better. So I think this is why it took so long to sell, but it's cute. I'm glad it sold. I got it through liquidation. I had it listed for 75 and it sold for 40, which gave me a gross profit of $26 exactly, because it didn't have a shipping discount, because I literally listed it before that existed. And it listed it 1,025 days ago. It's probably longer than some of y'all have been reselling. And yeah, happy it sold. So let's get it packaged up and shipped out. Again, when I go to the thrift store looking for swimsuits, because it's just selling well right now. And swimsuits really honestly sell the best right now, like March, April. They don't sell, in my experience, as well in the summer. If you are new to reselling, be prepared for summer slowdown. These are actually some of the best months for reselling, March and April, in my experience historically. And the fall is also the best time, specifically like September, October, November. But in March and April, you're going to want to have dresses, swimwear, accessories like that umbrella or sunglasses, stuff like that. Okay, next was Bins Find. This is Robert Graham, which used to sell for tons of money. I'm sure some pieces still sell pretty well, but it doesn't sell, I think, like it used to. I never picked up a ton of Robert Graham, so I don't have a ton of experience with it over the years, but it has been a brand that resellers talk about a lot in the past, at least. But I think the average sales price of this brand has gone down. However, this one did have a flaw, it had some stains on it, so that could also explain white sold. I had it listed for 40 and it sold 30% off actually for 28. So that's good. I purchased it at the bins for $1.09. So that gave me a gross profit of $19.29. And it sold after 75 days. So that's really not that bad. I would definitely pick it up again. I didn't notice the flaws when I picked it up, but still sold, so that's good. Okay, my next sale I had also had for quite some time. So I am happy that it sold, but sometimes formal wear pieces take a little while to sell. This was a new tag, Show Me Your Moo dress, and I got this through liquidation. It's new with tag. It's a really pretty slate blue color, size medium, which is a good size. I had spent $7.20 on it, had it listed for $90, and it sold for 40% off for $54, and that gave me a gross profit of $33.98. But yeah, it took 756 days to sell, so it took some time to sell. Let me get this folded up nicely. And I really actually like selling Show Me Your Moo. For instance, I found a new tag white like wedding dress at the bins that was Show Me Your Moo. It sold really fast for good money. So it just depends on the piece that you find, and that's how it kind of goes with formal wear. It's what people are looking for a specific event, and bridal wear, you know, it just sometimes takes time to find the right buyer, but typically will always sell. I could have maybe sold it faster by relisting it, but that's fine. Okay, and the next was another bins find. And how long had I had this one? Yeah, 128 days. So this was a Stitch Fix find. It used to be the case that whenever I found new tag Stitch Fix, it would sell super fast. And that's still somewhat the case. Like, I'll still pick it up, especially at the bins. But I find that not all pieces are selling super fast. So this was a cute one though. I accepted an offer that was pretty far below my asking price, but that's okay. I had this new tag Tribal Femme Houndstooth top, I guess, or is it a dress? Oh, it was a dress. I had it listed for 38 and it sold to an offer for 17. I just went ahead and accepted it because I really wasn't sure how much interest there was in it, and I just didn't want it to sit, you know, another couple months before selling. So when I got that offer, I just went ahead and accepted it. And that's the good thing about, you know, shopping at the bins is you can afford to accept lower offers than you anticipated because you spent very little on it. So I accepted that $17 offer, and that gave me a gross profit of $10.73, and yeah, it sold after 128 days, which isn't really that bad. All right. So almost to the end here. I've got 2 more Poshmark sales and then 2 Mercari sales. So this was featured in my most recent Thrift With Me. I just listed it on Sunday and then it sold on Sunday, and I love when that happens. It's like instant gratification. It was this really cute Madewell ruffle edge wrap dress in this daisy print. I had it listed for I think $62 and it sold, someone offered me, I think they offered me $35 and I countered with what I wanted to make for it, which was $40. And then they countered with $38 and I decided to just go ahead and sell it for $38. You know, I probably could have found a buyer for $40, but just wanted to go ahead and move it same day. And so I spent $9.99 on it, and so that gave me a gross profit of $18.39, and it sold same day. So that's great. And then my last sale on Poshmark was actually a 30% offer sale, and it was this new without tags Rag & Bone Isadora silk cami, which is really pretty. I got this through liquidation, and I had it listed for $50, and someone accepted my 30% off offer for $35. And that gave me a gross profit of $22.36. Took 440 days to sell. I'm happy that it did. And then I had 2 sales on Mercari, which is more. Now on average I have 0 to 1 sales, so 2 is definitely good. Let me get this packaged up and then we'll go over those. I need to grab some more tissue paper here. Underestimated how much I'd be using. Okay, so I actually got both of these items at the bins. The first is this Nation LTD top, and this is a really good Bolo brand. When I was checking comps on this, I actually priced it up pretty high because comps look great. It's just a little cute tank. It's called the April tank. It's sold at places like Shop Hop and Revolve. And so I got it for 96 cents, had it listed for 38, and someone sent me an offer on Mercari for 30, which I accepted. And of course I do free shipping on Mercari. Fees are lower though on Mercari than on Poshmark, and so my gross profit was $20.74, and it sold after 67 days, so about 2 months, which is great. And yeah, Nation LTD, I actually talked about it in a Whatnot show I did, but it's a good Bolo brand to know. It's also one of those pieces, it's kind of like they specialize in basics, so it's one of those brands that a lot of people are going to skip on, and it'd be easy to skip on if you didn't know about it, especially at the bins, because this weighed like, you know, very lightweight and was very easy, very small piece, easy to miss. So glad I snagged it. And then my last sale of the weekend was a pair of soft surroundings. These are these crystal hem cropped jeans. I got the bins for $1, and I had them listed for $35, and they sold for $35 with free shipping. My shipping, I'm going to ship them in a padded flat rate, so that costs $8.30. So with all the shipping and fees, my gross profit was $20.89, and they sold after 120 days. So not too bad. I like picking up soft surroundings. All right, well, that is everything. So my total sales for this weekend, this is the best weekend in a long time, I think by far. Actually, I guess I had another good weekend a few weeks ago, but whatever. This is a good weekend for me, especially in this new era. Everyone's saying, this is my solopreneur era. $1,757.96. And that gave me a total gross profit of $943.71. So a good weekend. Made $1,000 in 3 days, which is great. Or about $1,000. So I'm gonna take these downstairs to get picked up from my USPS pickup. But let me know in the comments down below how your end of March went. How was March overall for you? And are there any brands that sold for me that you weren't picking up previously that you are now going to be picking up? Or are there any brands that you're like, hey, you know, MOGIBETH, I don't ever notice you're picking up this brand and it sells really well for me? You know, let me know in the comments down below, because I have blind spots, of course, when sourcing as well. And so there are brands that I am just oblivious to that sell well. And so I always appreciate y'all's input. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about the reselling community is we like to share information so that we can all win. All right, well, with that, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. We put out new videos every Monday and Thursday. Share with me videos every Monday. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye!